Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aquarius, this is going to be your Mars and Aries reading. Now, Mars is the powerful planet of passion and drive, and it will be spending an extraordinarily long time in its home zodiac sign of Aries. Now, this is partially because it's going retrograde from September 9th through November 13th. So we have to be aware that we might feel our efforts suddenly stall, or we might run into conflict and frustrations during this time. It did enter Aries back on June 27th, and it's going to stay here or stay there until January 6th, 2021. When this happens, we see a great deal of momentum build and our lives are pumped full of energy. And especially now that Mercury has gone direct, we can harness this energy to burn brightly, pursue our personal goals and ambitions and independence. But we also have to be aware that this is aggressive energy that's going to push us to go after who or what we want impulsively without thinking twice. Okay? So Aquarius, let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who've passed, and spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. I do have the Emperor here also, which is sort of the tarot embodiment of Aries, to oversee and provide more authority to these messages. So let's go ahead and get into this reading for Aquarius. Eight of Coins, working on something, studying, work, healthcare. Getting healthy, getting fit, maybe a major glow up for my Aquarius. Hanged Man, Piscean energy. Ooh. Six of Cups. Okay. Overall energy here is the Devil. This is Capricorn energy. This is the need to release yourself from a toxic situation or person. It could be a thought pattern or belief system that you have. I can see here that you guys are suspended. You guys have pulled back. You need a different perspective on, again, a relationship, on your life, on world events, whatever's going on. For some of you, it will be love. The Hanged Man is also a card of sacrifice. So you willing to make a big sacrifice or to surrender to the divine, to receive the messages that you need to hear, to really work through any of these issues. In your surroundings, you have joy, you have nostalgia, you have happiness, you have soulmate energy. This could be the support of family or friends that you consider siblings, or like blood brothers and sisters, your soul tribe. And also there's something in your past. There's a happiness that you can recall or that you can really use to your advantage to raise your vibration. I love that. For some of you, you may have somebody from your past coming back to you that might have sort of created this, given you, whether it was something they said or it could be somebody that that you love or that you loved, that's really changing your perspective on, the relationships that you're in, what you're doing to yourself, the behavior patterns, the thought processes you're engaged in, but somebody who's someone or something that has kind of turned you upside down, Aquarius. What's blocking you is the Eight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And I really feel like this is yourself. This is you getting caught up in the coulda, woulda, shoulda, the what ifs, the maybes, all of those sort of stressors there. And there's a need for you to come out of this energy and trust and have faith in yourself and to raise that vibration, which is really supported in your surroundings. Okay, what's subconsciously affecting this situation? You have the Chariot card, Cancer energy. This is a movement forward. So even if it is a little bit uncomfortable what's going on here, Aquarius, Spirit's saying all of this is meant to push you forward and closer to your dreams and to your goals. Some of you might have Cancer in your chart or water in your chart. And right now, I'm really getting, look at that. There's a healing here that needs to take place so that you can have your success and your victory. Healing, but there's a bit of mental conflict surrounding this, but you do need to release someone or something that no longer works for you. In your recent past, you have the Four of Cups. This can be discontent. This can be boredom. This can also be, feeling like you missed a blessing or an opportunity, something that you were being given, or you chose to ignore it. Okay, and I really do feel like with the Six of Cups, it's coming back. So we have the Six of Cups and Three of Cups. Sorry, Six of Cups and the Four of Cups. This is your 10 of Cups. This is something that makes you really, really happy. And there's this potential. And Spirit's saying this opportunity isn't missed. It isn't missed. It's coming back around, or it already has. What's coming in from above, you have the King of Wands. This is what you truly want. You have to be very clear of what you want. You are guided to success. You will find out there may be some creative problem solving that's necessary at this time to get you there. But, you have the strength and the courage. I'm really picking up with the King of Wands and the Chariot that you guys are spiritual warriors, that you've been doing the shadow work. And if you haven't come into the realization of what this Devil in reverse is, you soon will. Then you get the Empress card in reverse. This is telling me that, there is a possibility though that, if you're not willing to harness this innate energy and power and the courage and the strength that we're being gifted by Mars being in Aries for such a long time, that there's a possibility that you won't get what you want. But it looks like you are the only person. Self-doubt, negative thinking, or negative talk is the only thing that's standing in your way, Aquarius. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull additional cards for Aquarius for this Mars and Aries reading. All right, look at that. You get Libra. I was going to tell you, this is Libra, this is Taurus and Libra energy, but there is something maybe in the Libra reading for you guys. You might want to check that out. Balance. This is Venusian energy. This is love. This is finances. But you needing a balance in your life and moving away from this devil energy, the devil in reverse. Now's your time. The devil's not looking. You can walk right out. Okay? You can leave whatever this is behind. You're very supported and you have the strength and the courage right now to do that. Three of Cups. Celebration, happiness with the Six of Cups. For some of you guys, it's like it's a reunion of somebody from your past, whether it's a family member, it's somebody that you used to love, or maybe you never really did stop loving. Okay, and there's this reunion. It's happening again with that Four of Cups energy. You feel like you missed it the first time around, and it's coming back around. Patience. Yeah, this is Sagittarius. This is healing. This is temperance. This is your prayers being answered with, the balance, the energy of the balance card with those angel wings, and with patience represented by Iris. In the traditional tarot, the temperance card is, also a messenger to the gods. This is your prayers being answered, Aquarius. Don't get in your own way. This is it. The Eight of Swords is that self-doubt. And look at that. You get the Six of Coins, or the Six of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity. This is beautiful because this goes back to, again, that Libra reading, or you might want to check out if you have Gemini as well. But the issue of give and take, and Six is a card of Venus. And this is the energy of what you're looking for is also looking for you. And I'll just take a look at, are you willing to receive maybe what you passed up in the past? And some of you might have regrets, and that's okay. But Spirit's saying this is a second chance. This is a second chance. For all of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be love. I mean, it could be a promotion. It could be a job offer. It could be a move. Okay, but for some of you, it definitely is. And I love all the major arcana coming out here for you guys. Okay, this is a big deal. Okay, Aquarius, big deal. Okay, you guys get the element of water, the need to go with the flow. Look at that, 24 breaking down to a 6. So for me, more Venusian energy, unconditional love. And remember, if we're experiencing blocks in love and or money, they oftentimes come from the same place. And And we get earth energy. Look at how beautiful that is in this transition. And really the importance here, you guys, of grounding. Some of you guys, it's going to be really beneficial to go for a walk in the woods or do some earthing. So getting your feet on some raw ground. But then again, this is also fairy energy. So some of you might be, you know, noticing those little flicks at the side of your eye, or those little flickers of light, knowing that you have gnomes and fairies around you. But also the Six of Cups energy is that playful fairy energy. You know, to bring joy back into your life, to not take everything so seriously, because it looks like you've gone through a lot and a lot of healing is taking place. So also making that special time for ourselves to celebrate and to bring joy to our lives is really going to help us attract what it is that we're trying to, and what is for our highest good. All right, so let's go ahead, Aquarius. I'm pulling from the Goddesses and Sirens deck by Stacey DeMarco. Just a reminder, all the decks that I'm using are linked down below in order of appearance if you guys are interested. And let's go ahead and see. And you get Kitesh, pleasure. I love it. Was I not just talking about pleasure? Bringing pleasure back into your life. Not being guilty. You know, this Venusian energy, Aquarius, is also not being guilty about going after what gives you pleasure, okay? As long as it's not hurting anybody or anything else, right? Pleasure should be made a priority. Actively seek it. Do not forget what makes you happy. Become more aware of the obstacles to your own pleasure. This reading is beautiful. Kitesh was a Sumerian goddess later worshipped by the ancient Egyptians. While she ended up as an aspect of Hathor, she was originally a deity of pleasure. Kitesh demonstrated that pleasure is sacred, and the sacred is pleasure. Some of you guys are really going to be working through some sexual blocks. Okay, so whether that's, well, I'll leave it there. I'm not going to say. But you might have some issues that are really affecting your sexuality. It might be body image. It might be trust, like trusting your partner or being with somebody that you can trust, that will allow you to really release and let go. And then also being able to talk to people or your partner about what it is that actually brings you pleasure, because maybe they don't know, and maybe they need to know. But I feel like there's some sort of hesitancy here about being able to talk to someone about that. Her devotees believe that every time they experience the fullness of joy, happiness, and pleasure just for the sake of it, as long as they did not break the law, it was a prayer to the goddess. This may seem a strange way to look at pleasure, especially if we look at this through a traditional Western Christian framework. Kitesh's cult viewed pleasure as holy, rather than something to be controlled by guilt, regret, or shame. Exactly what I was just saying. If we don't allow ourselves to experience pleasure, whether it take the form of laughter, play, sensuality, or practicing our talents, we are less than whole. We need to recognize that over time, we are much less effective in our emotional and public lives if we do not experience regular doses of pleasure. If we focus too much on serious issues and take ourselves too seriously, then our lives are not complete. Look at that. And that Six of Cups, that's pleasure. This is you're being supported. Okay, life, work, friends, and family can be overwhelming at times, and our rational minds seem to need every available minute of our time to cope with the demands of the everyday. Even those of us who have more physical natures, such as those who participate in sports on a regular basis, often turn the pleasurable activity into a mental game by making it a competition. A big part of pleasure is letting go. This does not mean surrender, as in give up. It simply means to hand over all of our stress and our worries. And did you guys not come out as the Hanged Man? Surrender. Right? Surrendering to pleasure. What a beautiful reading, Aquarius. Woof! It's getting hot in here, but for some of you, it doesn't have to do with sexuality. It's about really surrendering to spirit and really giving yourself the permission to do what brings you joy. All right. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.